how to stop the cycle of debt and graduate debt free. So a lot of people, what they do is they're like, "Oh, I'm so cool. I'm gonna go to UCLA and go out of state and pay triple the tuition for the first year and do all of my prerequisites there because I can go on Instagram and post that I'm going to this school here or I'm going to this private school out of state and I'm so much better than you." And it's so stupid. At the end of the degree, if you take two people who have the same degree, it really doesn't matter that much. The biggest difference is that person who posted everything on Instagram is probably $200,000 in debt, and the other person who did their prerequisites at a community college in states or even got their associate's degree for 2 years at a community college in states, and then they went to a public school like University of Oregon or Washington for the second 2 years, which is in state, not out of state. They are probably in, and they probably worked, and if they worked during those 4 years, they probably only have like $20,000 instead of $200,000 debt. Even if that, probably even less than that if FAFSA or can help you out and if your parents pitch in a little bit. So I just want to say stop being stupid and stop following everything people do because people don't know how to handle money. Even in the high schools and in college, people like our education system is not teaching us anything about finance or personal finance. I think that's by design. And I think only 5 states require to take a class on finance in the U.S. And all of them I think are conservative states. I think Idaho is one of them. So anyway, most people who are on Instagram and are at your age and who went out of state to school, I promise you, 90% of them they don't have rich parents or anything. They just pretend like they do, and they are really, really deeply in debt. I'm not sure about this number right now, but I think the student loan debt is like $1.6 trillion right now. I could be wrong on this. So, how to graduate debt free or almost debt free? This is what you do. I just said this. Stop following what everyone else is doing. Stop thinking you're cool for being a debt slave for the rest of your life because you're stupid. You are stupid if you go 200K in debt if you could have just gotten your degree for a lot less, okay? So I'm going to graduate debt free and the I'm going to change the company and the location and the school and everything because I don't want to put my information out there, but this is how I'm going to graduate debt free and I'm 2 years away from it. So, I went to a community college. I'm almost done with it for 2 years. And I've been working the first year full time and the second year part time. And I worked like 40 hours, around 40 hours the first year, and I worked like 25 to 30 hours. I have a roommate, okay? Um, I get financial aid. That really depends on the person, okay? And then my company, who I work for, gives me $4,000 in tuition assistance, which and my tuition is $8,000. So I go to college for free. Even without the financial aid, I think I would only have to pay like maybe $500 or even less. And the books, I get ebooks, okay? You don't need the real book, it's way too expensive. And don't get it at your bookstore at your college, it's like 3 times the price. Okay, the second way, the second way I'm gonna get my degree for free at a state school, state level school. I'm gonna just change the name. It's called I'm gonna just change the state. It's like Texas State University. It's like the second most expensive public school in my state. It's not Texas, but for that, what I'm gonna do is I could move there. It's on the other side of the state, but what I'm going to do is I'm going I work 10 hours more now at my I work 32 hours now at my new job, which gives me $8,000 tuition assistance. There's other ways to pay for this if you don't get tuition assistance from your job. I can go into that. I offer consulting, which is not financial advice, by the way. And my tuition, I'm gonna probably do it online, and it doesn't show on your resume. You don't have to say it was online or not. Okay, it doesn't matter if you take it online because you don't have to say it. So it's gonna cost like $6,000 a year tuition for my degree in strategic um, integrated communications for 2 years. So it will be without the books. So it will be $12,000. My company covers $8,000 a year, and that's how I'm gonna graduate debt free. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and stop being stupid.